Hey, everybody, welcome. And welcome, Gerald. We
Hello.
did not plan this coordination today.
Yes, we did. We're
No, we
psychics.
well, that's the only explanation I can come up with.
I have no
And
idea what's going on with that thumb. It does it periodically. My apologies.
I think it's hilarious, just this random, downward facing dog.
There you go.
Every so often. And so what we're last week, Hershey was a guest on this show, and we had a really interesting discussion.
So good.
It was such an interesting, hang on a second, let me avert your eyes. There, that's better.
Oh,
So
hi.
Whoops.
Wait. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
Oh, what's today? The 3rd? Oh, so we might have a fire drill.
Of course we do. That's why I schedule it this time.
At 3:00, or sorry, in an hour. So just relax. It lasts for 30 seconds, I think. Anyway, so Hershey and I had a wonderful discussion about shadow. And one of the things that came out, or that was in that discussion, was how do you recognize your shadow? And usually it's with the people around us, because there are no lessons that can be learned alone. All right. That's first of all. No spiritual lessons that can be learned alone. And so we need other people in order for us to grow spiritually. And so usually how we grow spiritually is painfully. So rubbing up against other people and their differences from us and our expectations and et cetera, and confronting, that's how we confront our shadow. Hi, Viviani. I didn't even say hello to all you people. Diane, Joyful Journey, Viviani. I see Addie Gaddy. I think this is the first time you've been here. Welcome.
Yay.
And Awoken. Oh, Awoken. We're using the prompts. Hold on for a second while I put up the prompts. I thought they'd stay up, but somehow
I took them down.
You did? Okay.
Yes, because I wanted people to see our names.
Oh, that's right. That's an excellent idea.
Would you like me to put them back up, ma'am?
Well, I just want to tell Awoken that we're going to be using the giveaway tool, ring-a-ding-ding, to just call me, oh God, what's her name? Vana. Yeah. We're going to be using the giveaway tool to answer the prompts for anybody who wants it. And the prompt is #baggage. That's BAGGAGE. The tool doesn't care if it's all caps or not. But what we're going to be addressing is sort of a corollary of the finding your shadow question. You'll always find your shadow in other people. So the things that annoy you, the things that make you just steam roll out of your ears, is other people not picking up after themselves, other people lying to you, disappointing you, all of those things. That's where you'll find your shadow. So thank you, Joyful. That's exactly right. And Leah. So Leah, can you put the prompts back up, please?
Of course.
So the prompts are, what baggage am I carrying? Is it mine? And now what? And this all came out of last week's discussion with Hershey. So once you have kind of a handle on your shadow, that brings up the question of what baggage you're carrying. So is it from a previous lifetime? Is it do you have a pain in your back because you had an arrow shot into you? real thing, by the way, that I have actually read for somebody who had that experience. They may even be in the chat right now. I just don't remember who it was. And oh, Leah, I love you. So what baggage are you carrying? Is it really yours? Some of it may be from a previous lifetime. Some of it may be self-generated from the
Yes.
shadow.
Yeah.
Okay. And now what? And oddly enough, I normally don't even walk by my shelves of decks on my bookshelf. I normally don't even walk by them while I'm getting ready for this show. I don't even think about them usually. But today I was inspired, instructed, however you want to think of it, to go and get this deck, the Oracle of Mystical Moments, which is not just mystical, it's magical as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so I have that handy in case I get told to pull cards for people, which normally, I just don't do that. Gaddy, that is a really interesting question. Like, and I just want to address it in general ways.
May I put it up?
Yes, please. So, yeah, basically, that's my answer. She absolutely is.
Well, I do want to add, this idea of baggage is something that's a really important thing. No, it's not an important thing. It is an opportunity for us to have awareness and to get awareness. And Hershey, the shadow reader, if you've not seen her, go see her, go follow her.
Absolutely.
Hashtag good people, hashtag great reader.
Yeah.
But she kept saying, if it's a shadow, it's not really a shadow. A shadow is something that's in your subconscious that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
And so for me, over the last, through therapy and stuff like that, people would say to me, my therapist said to me at one point, what is it in this person that you see about yourself?
Yeah.
And I'm like going, oh, that's a good one. So I know when I'm feeling much more confident as a spiritual being, when someone annoys me, because believe it or not, people annoy me. I know, shock runs through the crowd, alert the internet, YouTube, come for Gerald, TarotStache. But I do have to pause, and I have to go, what are they doing that is activating something in me? And that's a really key thing. So they're doing something that's activating something for me, and I really need to honor that, because they're giving me a gift to go, look at yourself in the mirror, and what do you do with it now? Does that make sense? Did that sound preachy?
Absolutely. Well, it makes total sense to me, because that's basically the same approach that I have. If someone is really, really pissing me off, it's usually because they're acting like my mother. Okay, they're activating that 5-year-old that didn't feel heard and didn't feel listened to and felt dismissed and invalidated, and just makes my eyeballs roll and steam come pouring out of my ears, and I get really annoyed. So
yes.
So
Well, yeah.
I totally recognize myself in what you say, and I absolutely I absolutely recommend that as an approach when people annoy you, or when you find yourself going, what an awful person that is, or, oh my God, how can she do that? Or any of those, does she know what she looks like in those pants? Um, any of those things,
Obviously not, or she wouldn't be wearing them. So,
clearly.
and by the way, before it goes off, I want to say hi to B, here from Longman Tarot,
Hi,
and
B.
mostly curious, harmless worker. Those lurkers are my favorite.
Yeah.
So, thank you for being here, B.
And here's Janet Lee. I don't remember Janet Lee here before either. Hi, Janet Lee.
Hello.
And Earth is here, and there's another person that I don't recognize. Well, welcome all of you newbies. I'm so happy to see you here. I hope you have I hope you get some insight and some wisdom, comfort, compassion. I hope you find some answers in today.
And I can guarantee that this will probably be a laugh and learn on TarotStache, maybe with Linda de Gonzalez.
Yeah, sure. Anytime.
Hershey, the shadow reader, because I'm always looking for ways to get people on.
Yeah. The other thing that I want to point out about and Gerald, you brought it up briefly about how if it's your shadow, or if you're aware of it. Oh, Purple Elephant, hi! Oh, so happy you made it.
And in layman's terms is here.
Oh, hi, in layman's terms.
I love this.
Dropped off when I was a kid. Well, I was adopted, so that's reality for me. Okay, I was dropped off as a kid.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Diane. Oh, you're so wonderful. Oh my goodness.
So if you want a reading about this topic, please type in #baggage. And then you will be chosen by the fickle finger of fate.
Yes, the flying fickle finger of fate, known as the.
Okay, so go ahead. You were saying you were adding some more.
I just wanted to say that okay, so the shadow is something that we're not aware of. However, one of our tasks as humans to grow and develop, not just spiritually, but like just to grow, we need to become more aware and reduce the amount of shadow so that we can grow. And maybe I didn't phrase that exactly right. We need to get to know our shadow and remove it remove it, bring it to awareness, bring it to consciousness. This makes us whole people who can, instead of being triggered by somebody telling me what to do and not listening to me, we can approach it in a more rational and compassionate way, and thus grow and not be triggered all over the place because of other people's behavior. We can manage ourselves much more effectively as loving and compassionate human beings. Mm-hmm. So, oh, and Jonathan Daly, did I even say hello to you? I probably didn't.
Yes, we did. I did.
Oh, TarotStache might get a baggage reading.
Well,
there you go. Well, that'll be fun.
So just remember, if you would like, we're going to read for just about an hour. So when we start, so #baggage, no space between the hashtag and the baggage. So.
Yeah, Janet Lee says, yes, sit with those feelings, get to know them. Yeah, that's right. They're not comfortable, but believe me, it gives you a great deal of freedom, because then you don't have to react, and you don't fly off the handle, and you don't find yourself going yeah all the time, which is really, really unpleasant. Okay.
Yep.
And shadow is indeed, well, the cast off of you. It kind of is, but it also kind of isn't. It's something to be claimed. Your shadow is something to be claimed and integrated into yourself. Any of you who are familiar with Carl Jung, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not familiar with Carl Jung, well, get to know him. He was pretty interesting guy. Little on the cuckoo side, but I think he was a few hundred years ahead of his time. I didn't do that, but that was.
I'm removing that. Sorry.
Yeah, you need to get to know your shadow so you're not controlled by it.
Yeah.
In other words, so you don't have a gut level reaction to something and not know why you're doing it.
Yes, gut level reactions are very helpful when they lead us to doing something. Then they help us with an informed response.
Yeah.
If you do it at a gut level and you're not thinking about it, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, but oftentimes, I don't know about you all, but certain things just make me go, and I've just got to calm down a little bit and go, okay, wait a minute. What is this reflecting about me? What can I learn from this? Do I want to learn from this? And a correct answer is no, I don't. I don't want to look at it right now.
Yeah. You can always say, I want to look out, be Scarlett O'Hara. I'll think about it tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
I have to warn you, though, that the longer you put it off thinking about, the more likely it is to trip you up and bite you in the hoo-ha later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Not a pleasant experience. Okay. So let me.
And by the way, thank you everybody for watching. Please give a thumbs up to Linda. Linda's been kind enough to put into the description how to show support for her channel, including contacting her for a private reading, spoiling her through something via Amazon. I'm doing this because Linda doesn't like to do that. So, and look, she's already going, who's the first person we're going to get?
It might be TarotStache. Whoa!
There you go.
Earth. Okay. Janet Lee says, we enjoy cuckoo here in MySpace. Oh, good. Oh, hi, Delphi. Oh, Diane. Oh, can you put up Diane's statement? She says, usually my shadow side is a hurt child who needs love. Honey, I hear you, and that is almost universally true.
Yes.
You know, that is almost universally true. So, Earth. Hello, Earth. Oh, I got to start with prayer. Sorry.
I was just like, I kept talking to Linda backstage. This poor woman, it was like I was shot out of a cannon into a small room and I was a super ball. And I'm like, going bing, 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 bing. She didn't even get a chance to stop and to do her prayers. So y'all get to watch it.
No, I don't. I usually do them with people. I usually do them with people.
I've got a lot of energy.
Actually, that's not true because I have a prayer of my own that I say before I start any divination, and I say, and it's private, and I make it up every time, and So this is the communal ritual. This is our ritual for beginning. For setting our sacred space and beginning our divinatory work together. So 3 deep breaths, everybody. And for those of you who don't know how to breathe, this is in through your mouth, hold, and you fill up your torso as full as you can, way past your belly button. Hold it for a few seconds at the top when you're really, really full. Hold it. And then out through your nose. So that's how you breathe for this purpose. So those of you who want to add some extra zing, you can imagine roots growing out from the soles of your feet into the crystalline heart of Mother Earth to help you ground. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so this group, consisting of the people here now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay, are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. I'm going to read that silently. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy fields of this group to receive the records of their souls. Let's go, cowboys.
All right. Emily, thanks for joining us. If you'd like to get a reading around these prompts below, type in hashtag baggage, no space.
Yes.
And I will put back up Earth for you, ma'am.
So Earth. Did you used to be Catholic? Because I can smell that Catholic guilt and shame. Just, sorry, forgive me for all the Catholics out there. I should have been more tactful.
Earth said no.
Oh, that's interesting because it sure smells Catholic. It's by that I mean it's very familiar to me. And I recognize it from all of my cousins and aunts and uncles and my parents and all of us who grew, that I know who grew up in there. All the girls I went to school with in the convent and stuff. Just, it's like an existential guilt of having been born or just existing. It's not yours. It's not yours. This is something, this is not from a previous lifetime. This is not from any karma or anything, but it is, oh, isn't that interesting? It is part of your lesson. It is part of your lesson is overcoming your, overcoming this so that you can develop a normal self-esteem, a normal level, like a high level, I guess, of self-esteem and self-respect, and not be everybody's doormat because you feel like you have to be doing something, that it's not enough to just be, that you have to do something to earn compassion, love. Any positive response from people requires that you earn it by doing something, providing something, being some way that maybe isn't best for you, maybe isn't authentic. Yeah.
Earth says, I understand the lesson part.
Good.
May I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Earth, I'm I'm getting the sense, thinking about, what baggage am I carrying and is it mine? You like a lot of different things. You've always been curious, and that curiosity is something that excites you. It gets you going. It can lead you off course a little bit, but it can bring you back. But part of it is it's not a problem. I mean, is this baggage? Sure, it's baggage because it's something that you're carrying. However, what I'm also getting is this feeling of just because you said you liked something and you were curious about it for a while doesn't mean you're committed to it for the long run. It's okay to it's okay to learn how to knit for a while and then learn how to crochet and then learn how to birdwatch and then learn how to be a NASCAR driver. It's okay to do a lot of different things. Part of this earth I'm feeling is there's this sense of, because you've started it, because you were curious about it, it's like somebody's telling you, well, don't start something unless you're going to finish it. And that's not true. Start something. If it's no longer giving you joy or you're ready to move on to something else, go ahead and stop. Put down that baggage, put down that craft, give it to someone else, make it available to someone else, because then you're going to have this sense of ongoing curiosity. Now, I'm pulling tarot cards because it's part of the way that I access the Akashic Records. Out of 5 cards, I got 3 pages. So you are a person who gets very curious. This is a wonderful thing. The most intelligent people, the best musicians, the best scientists, the best teachers, mathematicians, artists are the ones who are always curious. They try lots of different things. And then they carry along what works and they let go with what doesn't work. I think frame this in the sense of it's okay to start something. It's also okay to figure out your balance. What is it? Okay, 2 of Wands. All right. What am I going to use moving forward? And then release it. 5 of Pentacles. Release it into the wild. You're not at fault. That sounds like me. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. It's actually really very exciting because you get a lot of amazing, amazing experiences that informs you. So, thank you, Earth. Wow.
Thank you, Gerald. That was awesome. I hope that was helpful to you, Earth. And let's go on.
Earth has said, I've been releasing a lot. Good for you.
Good.
Feels really, really good to me. Yeah. And I'm here and you're somewhere else. And I'm just like going, wow, there's this breath of fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, number 2.
You have to remove it first and then put it back.
Right. Hang on. No,
Hi,
I got
Stephanie.
it. I got it.
Woohoo! This is so exciting. These are good prompts.
I know. I like these. They're a little on the heavy side. Joyful. Okay. Joyful. Do you want to do the first prompt this time?
Oh, sure. I'm sort of doing them both at the same time.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
I mean,
that's
unless
fine.
You want to do it a different way.
No. I'm good. Okay.
Well, I know you're good. Joyful, are you here? Yeah. Womp, womp, womp.
Okay, Joyful, you're still here, I think. Hi, Stephanie. Joyful, can you just let me?
Do you have like a bell or something? Like, do you have a
I have a parrot. I could pinch her leg, she'll scream. Hi, Rossi.
Joyful?
Joyful, are you here? Oh my God, it's the countdown.
I have Joyful written down if she comes back, if you want to pick somebody else.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oh no, that's Janet. I saw the J and I thought that was, yeah. So those of you who are wondering where's Wanda, she's on my lap, and she's falling asleep. She's too lazy to even climb up to my shoulder today, just because, you know.
TarotStache, TarotStache, TarotStache.
Yeah, let it be TarotStache. Purple Elephant. Hi, yeah. Okay. No, Wanda's fine. Hi, Garnet. Wanda's fine. She just wants to sit here and be lazy. I mean, good for her, you know. Let's see.
Deb is here.
Good.
I'll put her up there.
Okay.
What baggage is Deb carrying? Is it hers? Now what?
Deb, you're carrying a lot of expectation baggage. Your expectations of yourself, your expectations of other people, other people's expectations of you. You're carrying a great big, like, freaking steamer trunk of expectation baggage. It didn't used to be yours, but it is now. But fundamentally, it's fundamentally not yours. It's fundamentally not yours.
Yeah, it's ancestral. It's some ancestral karma, and you've agreed to bring it along with you for a while.
Yeah.
It's heavier now than it was in the beginning, it feels like.
It feels very heavy to me.
Yeah,
it feels very heavy and very very slow moving and just really heavy. So this isn't you're in a place now where you can dump it. You are you agreed to this for whatever reasons that seemed good to you at the time. You agreed to this, and now you can agree not to. You can change the agreement. It's not going to be like held against you, or it's not going to be bad for you to let it go and just drop it. Because now is a time for focusing on your joy and your growth, your joy, your well-being, spiritually and in every other way. So it's okay now. Okay, so 10 years ago it might not have been, is the impression I'm getting from the masters. It's okay now. You can let that go. Those expectations, you can just say, wow. You'll feel, and you may see as well, you'll feel an immediate change when you start letting that go. That's what I got, Deb. I hope that helps.
A lot is making sense to Deb.
Good. Oh,
And so
good.
Deb, yeah, as Linda's talking, as I'm looking at the records, it's a beautiful thing that I see. Yes, it's you've carried it, you agreed to, it's heavy. And now I'm actually seeing some of the symbols untwisting the ties around it,
Oh,
so that it can be set down and someone else is able to pick it up, or it could be transmuted. But there's this sense of now what? It's like, well, what do you want to work on? What aspect of this do you want to carry along? Because there's this beauty, and it's funny. A particular, I'm going to say that a particular guide of yours is showing up to me, and I know she's yours. All I'm going to say is pancakes, and you know who it is encouraging you to, all right, take some time and figure out now what is it that you want to focus your attention on.
yeah.
Because you're willing to see, you've got a lot of light and a lot of energy, and you're willing to shine some of that energy on that.
While you were reading, Gerald, I heard transmute it to Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm. Been
Cool.
initiating letting go of it while you two have been reading. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Woo. Cool.
I got chills.
I did too. Thanks, Deb.
Yeah, thanks, Deb. And thanks, Deb's guides.
Yes, yeah. And Deb knows who it is, and I'm not allowed to say.
I don't care. You don't have to
Well,
say anything. You don't. You're fine. Nobody needs to know. Okay.
you're welcome, Deb.
Lucky winner 3 is going to be
I'm going to add it to the stage.
TarotStache. Oh, did I forget to do that? I thought I did. Emily. Okay, Emily, are you still here? Oh, and did Joyful Journey come back?
I have not seen Joyful Journey.
No, neither did I. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Emily, are you here? You're welcome, Purple Elephant.
And Bernie Girl's here.
Hi, Bernie girl. Oh,
And
there's
Emily.
Emily. Okay. Oh, Emily, for you, I'm being told to pull a card. I did shuffle these already. Ooh, this is interesting. So I got Miss Sunshine. So let's just take a look at this image and analyze it. First of all, she's only like half human. The rest of her is some kind of weird ass vehicle. I think it's great, but it's very weird for a human. And we have a moon here. I believe that's a moon. Or is it a building? Oh my, look at, you know what it is? Look at the reflection underneath is like the Taj Mahal.
Oh my gosh.
It's a kind of a palace. That's her. That's her reflection. That's her shadow. And the upper part is this weird conglomeration that's suspended somehow from whatever. And here's this beautiful light shining around her. And her reflection is a palace. So we have the sun, we have the moon, and we have this odd sort of hybrid human machine whose shadow is this beautiful, beautiful palace.
Mm-hmm. Emily asks, what does that mean?
Well, I think while you may even be an accountant, okay, or a bookkeeper, you appear to the daylight world, okay, as being this hardworking, industrious, logical, maybe even scientific, uh, you know, material kind of person. And you're hiding, well, hiding is maybe the wrong word, but underneath that mask, your authentic self is mystical, magical, a dreamer, someone who's connected to those unseen currents that unite us all. I don't know where that came from. That just fell out of my face. Those unseen currents that connect us all. So that's your baggage that you are, and it is your baggage. And it speaks to authenticity to me, okay? And this is me, this isn't the masters. It speaks to authenticity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think this is an amazing, amazing message, an amazing card. And pretty awesome symbolism too. I hope that helps you, Emily. Oh, hi, Shenanigans. Welcome.
Emily, I get this part of the baggage that you're carrying is this expectation of the family and what people expect of you. They expect to see the shining light, as Linda was saying. And here's the thing. You are a shining light. You are. I'm looking right at you, Emily. You are definitely a shining light. You may not feel like it. It has been brought to your attention that you need to be all that and a bag of chips. And you are. The thing is it's not what you care about. Your attention really is, now what? Just I couldn't really be honest with most people about who I really am. Okay, yes. So here's the thing. It's okay to be this, to be all that. You have to now honor the fact that you are deeper and richer than what most people are willing to experience and understand. You're quite amazing, actually. Quite amazing. I'm getting this feeling. There's a lot of intuitive aspects about you. I'm almost going to say you come from like a royal line. I would, so you have this, you have a lineage about you, a royalty about you, and it's you have an authentic way of being visibly, but now it comes the opportunity for you to go, okay, that's my outward face, and that's okay. I'm good at that. I also have this inner place, and what do you do with this is you start to spend a little bit of time with it and to be okay with that, because therein lies a lot of power. Not everybody's going to understand, Emily. William the Conqueror is my ancestor. Okay.
Oh, cool. So Emily, I can really relate to not being able to be honest. My own children don't have a clue what I do here on YouTube, and I'll never tell them. And there's a lot of people that I know in real life that I just can't talk about this with them. I can't talk about reading. I can't talk about tarot cards. I can't talk about anything with them because it would, I mean, they'd call me the devil. And so, yeah, I totally get that. Totally.
Yeah. And so now what do? now you carve out time for your spiritual
Yeah.
side, and you cherish it. You make it a priority. You do it before other people can draw your attention away from it. So, wow.
I hope that helps, Emily, because that was a pretty powerful for me, and
Yes.
like just to have that reading come through me. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some insight, some comfort. Now, Shenanigans, I want to tell you that the minute that as soon as I saw your comment about did I get your package today, there was a knock at my door, and that's when I turned off my camera. Thank you, Shenanigans. I haven't opened it, but thank you. Oh my goodness. So yeah, woo, something from the wish list. Diane says I'm doing an awful job if I'm the devil. Yeah, I'll be fired any second.
She will blame me.
Yeah, it was all his fault.
Yeah.
Well,
And, by the way, Emily said I pretend it's just for fun.
don't pretend.
Good. I mean, if that's what they need to see, but
Yeah.
And for those who are real and who are connected, they get it. It's the secret handshake.
Yeah. Exactly. But feed in the immortal words of whoever it was, feed your head.
Isn't that the Dormouse?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of but no, I was thinking of the rock song.
Jefferson Airplane.
No, she had an amazing. Yes.
Part of Jefferson Airplane.
Was she?
I believe so. The song is called White Rabbit. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, White Rabbit. Yeah. Okay, I always thought of. I never even associated that with Jefferson Airplane. For me, it was always Grace Slick. Yeah, she was awesome. Yeah, I love the timing too. Shenanigans. Okay, sorry. Let's go fly a kite. And come on. And see who's next. I can't remember what number we're at now. There's TarotStache. Oh, look how many times he shows up. TarotStache. Jonathan Daly, are you still here? And how about Joyful Journey? Did he come back?
I haven't seen, but Joyful Journey, are you here?
Oh. Is it really Shenanigans? Okay, now I got to open it.
And Joyful is here. Joyful will do you after Jonathan Daly.
Okay, all right. So stick around, Joyful. And also, I don't know if this is like really gauche to do, like very tacky, but Shenanigans just told me what was in here. Oh my goodness, and it comes in its own really cool bag that's shiny. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, Shenanigans, what a lovely, lovely, lovely surprise. Ooh. I'm so excited. Okay. Maria has perfect health, says, I have to hide big time. Tarot slipped out and mom lectured. Devil. Yeah. I totally get that. Oh, you guys want to see more of it? I didn't open up the actual deck. It's the What We've Forgotten deck, which I just put on my wish list, like, was it last week, I think? And
Shenanigans said, best way I could think of to express my gratitude.
That's so kind.
That's nice.
It seemed like that's so kind. That seemed like such a beautiful deck when I was watching I think it was you, TarotStache, and a couple of other people were reading, and that was one of the decks that was being. Oh my! Look at this creation. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so I don't have time in this. I don't have time to like shuffle it properly before I can use it. So this I'm going to put aside because this is like, it feels so good. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right.
All right. So Jonathan Daly is our
Where are
reading.
you? Are you here, Jonathan?
He is, yes.
Okay, so Jonathan and then Joyful. Okay.
Yes. So what baggage is Jonathan carrying? Is it his? And now what?
Jonathan, you're another one who's carrying baggage about well, guilt and expectations. The two of them are sort of like intertwined. And really, very little of it is yours. There's some of it that's yours. You feel guilt over some bad actions that you've taken in the past, as have we all. There's guilt and regret, but there's really not very much of that. Most of the guilt you're carrying is kind of existential guilt, which is like, I exist, therefore I am guilty. Which that's what I call Catholic guilt. So, very little of it is yours, and none of it is from previous lifetimes. So you're not carrying forward any. I mean, yes, you have lessons, but they're just like lessons for a lifetime. They're not anything from carrying forwards. Well, okay, yeah, there's one of them. It's not a lesson. There's a wound that you're carrying from a previous lifetime. Actually from several previous lifetimes.
Yeah, it's the same wound that keeps echoing in a slightly different manner. Shows up in a different way or similar but echo way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bonging. It's resonating. It's Jonathan says he's carrying Jewish guilt. Oh, sweetheart. It's pretty much the same as Catholic guilt, you know?
Except it's based on the Old Testament and not the New.
Yeah.
I'm so funny. Sorry. No, no
It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Because do you know, I would love to have this discussion with a Muslim. Do they carry like existential guilt the way
Interesting.
Catholics and Jews do?
Interesting.
Or Buddhists for that matter, or anybody who wasn't raised with the Old Testament. Wouldn't that be an interesting discussion?
Get started on that, Linda. So, Jonathan, I get the sense of this luggage, this baggage that's showing up it's repeat. It's shown up multiple times, and this time there is this sense of, is it yours? Yes, it's yours. And now what? You can decide to stop trying to overfill the baggage and simply unpack it instead of trying to lug the suitcase along with you. There's this sense of you keep carrying it, you keep picking it up as you move on, but now it's like, now what? Do you stop and do you excuse me, you have an opportunity to stop and to unpack it gently and slowly, and to identify each thing that is in there and decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to hold on to it for a little bit longer, Are you going to release it with love? Are you going to send it to the recycling bin? Are you going to burn it in a fire? Something along those lines. This is a very ritualistic thing. And this is where I think a professional can offer you some guidance with that. But you also have a great skill set for yourself. You need a good cry, dude.
Yeah.
You need a really, really good cry
There's
just to
the
help
there's,
release. So
yeah. And I'm hearing energy work, and a good cry is energy work.
yes,
And just weeping frees up and lets it flow. Like there's okay, so emotions are a heart emotions. Let's just talk about that for a second. There's a because they form part of baggage, and they form part of our shadow, and they form part of who we are. So it's always good to know more about emotions. But here's what I can tell you, that emotions are a crucial part of our spirituality, number one. And number two, it does you great harm. It does us great harm to sit on them and say, I shouldn't feel angry because.
yeah,
It does us great harm to do that. It does us great harm to block them, to sit on them, to put them apart, to lock them up and throw away the key. It does a huge amount of harm for us to do that. They're not always pleasant, but the way to deal with them is to let them just flow through you. So, he's a weeping meditation. Okay, so I did a laughing meditation, so I can imagine that it's a similar opposite thing.
yeah.
So let whatever your emotion is, let it flow through you so you can let it go. This applies to the happy, I'm ecstatic emotions, and it applies to the, oh my God, I just feel like crap. Then feel like crap and cry and, whatever, and flail around and punch your pillow, whatever. So long as you do no harm to the people and beings around you, just let it flow. Don't block it. Don't be afraid of it. Although if you have never let yourself weep before, that would be a scary thing. But let me tell you, I know you're going to feel okay because like I've done this. It feels like you're never going to stop crying, but you physically cannot cry for more than about half an hour. You have to stop. You cannot physically sustain that.
Yeah.
So that's probably, oh yeah, cry for 30 minutes and laugh for 30 minutes and then see how you feel. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Oh, maybe I'll try that tomorrow. That sounds wonderful. But yes, you need a release, Jonathan. You need some kind of there's a blockage, and it's ping-ponging back and forth with like other stuff that some of it's this life and some of it's other lives, and you need that release. Energy work, which is what that's about.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting the sense of now what you actually unzip the baggage, you unzip the luggage, and you open it up, and you start evaluating it. And I'm still getting this urge to remind you, you do not have to do this on your own. There are professionals who are really, really skilled at this.
Yeah.
And I know you can help people do this, but physician, heal thyself. You need to ask for some help, and it can be a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because acupuncture can really help with that.
yes.
Oddly enough.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Oh, I hope that helps, Jonathan. Oh, and I wasn't okay. let's see, what do we have here? Hang on, I'm going in the wrong place. Add to stage. Oh, joyful. We're doing joyful next, aren't we?
Oh, yes, we are. We are doing joyful next. Thank you for catching that.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know how I managed to remember.
Because you're brilliant. You're fracking brilliant.
Because I'm ADD. Joyful.
Yes, shenanigans. You're right. The best therapist is the one who has their own therapist.
Well, as a therapist, you're supposed to, because that's who you go to. You have to have one. Like you go to, they call them a mentor or a supervisor or something, and you have to go to them. And most therapists have weekly appointments with their mentors. Was part of a group emotional healing every week. Oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah, my guides reminded me. Yeah, because it sure as heck wasn't my brain. Joyful. Jen. What baggage are you carrying? All this guilt. All this guilt for things that doesn't belong to you, that's not yours to carry. Some expectations, but mostly guilt. Honey, drop it.
Yeah.
It's mostly not yours. It's mostly like some really manipulative crap that's been pulled on you. And by your family, by your teachers, by your religion, by whoever. But I'm seeing nothing but outside forces just dumping all this stuff on you, and it's not yours. There's like so little of it is yours. So self-talk. Be aware of your self-talk. And try to discipline yourself so that you catch yourself. You can catch yourself with the negative self-talk and then switch it to something, a positive affirmation of any kind. I am loved. I am safe. I am, you know, there's yeah, none of this is from previous lifetimes. None of the, okay, so none of the guilt is from previous lifetimes, but I suspect there's something there that is something else that you are carrying from a previous lifetime. And I feel like it has to do with children, either not having them or having them. I don't know which. And yeah, give me a second. But it's really, it's not it's like 5% of what you're carrying. It's very minimal. And really, oh, okay. Okay, so energy work will help you as well. Start moving more, like your body, like, I don't know, dancing, yoga, swimming, becoming more active to move energy through your body is what I'm hearing. This will help you tackle the guilt more effectively and discharge it. That's the word I was given, discharge it, like it's an electrical current. So that's what I got for you, Joyful.
Joyful, I got something very similar. You're observing a lot of things that are going on, and you had talked about, like in particular with your job, some things that are going on and the energy exchanges. You're picking them up even though that they have nothing to do with you. It's like you're chasing after them like butterflies with a butterfly net, and they don't belong to you. So this feeling of is it yours, and now what? Well, stop trying to make what you see always about you, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is, not all of the time. And sometimes it's about the other person. So this feeling that I'm hearing is you need to take a minute, get out into the sun. I got the sun card. You said move your body, go out for a walk, Linda, is a great idea. But then, part of the way to, to do with it is you go, is this real? Do I know this for a fact that this is real, or is it just the worry? And then, is it mine? If put the experiences through both of those filters, because it really feels very much like you're observing things, and it's you're magnetizing it to you, you're drawing it to you, where it's not necessarily doesn't belong to you. It's just you're in the proximity. So part of that is remove yourself from that location.
Those people.
Yeah, those people as best you can. Put your headphones on, stay focused on your stuff. Jen, I know you've been going through a whole lot. So I hope this gives you just a little bit of insight.
So Jen, I'm inspired I'm told, I'm not inspired, I'm told to tell you this about myself in the hopes that it will assist you. I'm telling you. Yeah, you guys all know I have ADD. It's quite severe. It's good for a reader because there's very little filter between what goes in my head and what comes out my mouth. It's really shitty to have as a friend, okay? And there have been many times, many, countless instances where I have said something incredibly insensitive to another person, a person that's a dear friend, someone I truly care about. And I didn't realize it at the time. And so what I started doing was, because I felt so guilty, and it didn't come to my awareness until later. What I started doing like 20, 30 years ago is immediately going to that individual and apologizing, like a preemptive apology, just saying, I am aware that I said this. I am now aware that it was potentially a really hurtful thing to say. I want to tell you how sorry I am that really shit comes out my mouth sometimes, and occasionally I have very little control over it. Sometimes I do, and I can just, zip my lips, but sometimes I don't. And doing that, determining for yourself what it is exactly you want to apologize, because that's a real thing, okay? It's a real thing that I have done that I feel bad about doing. And that's the function of guilt, is to prompt you to do better. So ask yourself, Joyful, this guilt that you feel, what is it prompting you to do better? What apology could you possibly make that would remove the guilt from you? In most cases of that sort of inherited guilt, that built-in, imposed guilt, it doesn't exist. There's nothing that you could, there's nothing for you to apologize for. There is nothing you could say, or there's nothing you have done, okay? Parenting is really hard, and guilt is a big part of parenting. And all you can do is say, I'll do better tomorrow. I'll do better next time. And learn from it. That's all that guilt is there for, is to teach us to do better. That's all it's for. Mm-hmm. It's not meant as a crippling lack of self-esteem. It's not meant to cripple us. It's meant to goad us. That little bit of pain, do better, do better. That's all it's meant for. And if you're feeling a whole lot of guilt and you're not trying to do better, you're just crushed under it, like that's not helpful and it's not going to help you grow. So
Right.
that's that. So there you are. Now, I hope that was helpful, Joyful.
Thanks, Joyful. I think that's a message a lot of people need to hear and to sit with. So,
yeah.
Yep, you'll try again tomorrow.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what guilt is for, is to help us be better. It's not to cripple us into, paralysis. Okay, so who's next? Will it be TarotStache?
I hope not.
Oh, I'll laugh. Hi, baby angel. Are you still here? Baby angel here? Can you let us know, please? Can you just put a hello or a oh, there's baby angel.
Thank you for being here, baby angel.
Yeah. And by the way, I love your username. When Wanda was very, very young, like less than a year old, I used to call her baby angel. And for those of you who are thinking of getting parrots, I'm here to tell you the first 5 years are the hardest.
Oh, yeah. Like teenage years, isn't it?
Well, it goes from babyhood to teenage, yeah. If you're ready, you go.
I'm sinking in. So, baby angel, I'm curious as if people have told you you're too sensitive. Have they told you that you're too sensitive? Because you're not. So the baggage that you may be carrying, I'm curious, is if people have told you you're too sensitive and you believe them. So, because you're not too sensitive, because you're just learning how to have feelings, and you have feelings, and they are what they are. They're fine. So I think it's I mentioned this because what I'm getting the sense of is people are part of the baggage is that people are discounting your sensitivity. And I have a reaction to that. That makes me really upset. It gets my hackles going because people are not too sensitive. Only the people that are really close to me say you're too sensitive. Okay. But it's one of those things that you're not. What you're doing is your sensitivity allows you to see, connects you into the, you're much more perceptive. Your sensitivity is a perception, and it sometimes perceives difficult things that people are dealing with. And so you have that ability to spot that difficulty, and you want to help support them while they're doing this. So now what I would say, it's really important for you, and again, for entertainment purposes only, baby angel, I encourage you to press pause when you're feeling that somebody is getting ready to deal with some hard stuff. And so the now what is press pause, count to 10 before you respond, because sometimes you just have the ability to see and observe, and that's a gift. It's a responsibility. Sometimes Sometimes it's a curse, sometimes it's a blessing, but you don't always need to do something with it. So I think the now what is for you learning to when to do something with it instead of just allowing it to go across the screen of your mind. I don't know if that made any sense to you, baby angel, or if it did it make any sense to you, Linda?
You know, you guys saw me shuffle this deck, right? Everybody saw me shuffle?
Mm-hmm.
Little Miss Sunshine came up again. So, baby angel, I don't know if you were here when I read this card earlier for someone else. However, let's go over it. In the daylight, this is the sun, and notice the moon here. In the daylight, here you are holding on, suspended, and being very material. So that's either a building, well, it's a building, I think, or it could be a vehicle. The whole thing could be a vehicle. I'm not sure. However, underneath all of that management that's going on in the daylight, is a dreamer. Look at that palace of dreams. Look at the moon, the stars surrounding it. This is what's going on under your surface. You're a dreamer. You're connected. What's that I said before? Connected to the currents that unite us all. Yeah, that card again. That's right. Oh, so you were, okay, so you were around. So that's you, baby angel. That's the challenge of authenticity for you.
Mm-hmm.
So how to be authentic and protect yourself from people who would demean, diminish, maybe even attack that part of you that is so precious, that connects you to the universe, to the source. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The challenge of authenticity.
Yeah. So that's what I have for you.
Wow.
It's not like a past life. I'm not feeling any past life stuff going on. I'm not feeling any yeah, this is a lesson for you. This isn't so much baggage that you're carrying. At least my view of it, what they're showing me isn't so much that it's baggage that you're carrying, although there is some shame around it, some about the sensitivity. But that sensitivity is what's is part of your real self, and it's what connects you to spirit. So yeah.
Wow.
Maria has perfect health, says, is she housed in that similar to a Dalek? I got to say, the first time I saw that card, I thought it was a Dalek. I thought, whoa, how am I going to bring a spiritual meaning to this? It does look like a Dalek, with like a human in one part of it and and the mechanic, like a cyborg almost. But I'm not sure if it's a house or if it's a vehicle or what it is exactly. It's a very cool kind of image that leaves.
It is.
It's one of the reasons I love this deck so much, is that there's so many different ways of interpreting it. Yeah, see through most people and things and still learning when to say or do. Oh, me too.
That's a process.
Yep, me too. Me too.
Do we have time to do one more, or are we?
We do. We have time for one more.
Okay. And I want to thank everybody for being here.
Yeah, this is fun. And thanks everybody for showing up. I'm really grateful that you're here. Thank you again, Shenanigans, because wow, what a wonderful day. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Wow.
We read me before. How about we we spin it again and give somebody else a chance?
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I love it. She's like, okay.
No. Well, you said no. So, Addie Gaddy, are you still here? No, Gerald didn't want to. So I respect his choice.
No, thank you. I just wanted. Addie Gaddy.
Are you there? Don't make Gerald bring out the cowbell, Addie Gaddy.
Addie Gaddy. Addie Gaddy. Your reading's up.
That's the phone one.
Because if Addie's not here, maybe we could. Is this something we can do a general reading for? Oh, there they are.
There you are. Well, we can do a general read too. That'd be fun. Let's do that as well. Can we do that? I'd like that.
We'll do that at the end. How's that?
Okay.
We'll do
Addie
this.
Gaddy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as I'm sort of feeling around the group that's here now, like the people that have been with us this whole time, there sure is a lot of guilt and shame, and I just want to tell you all, you're all you're all shining lights. You're all deeply loved and very, very precious. Whatever guilt you're holding, whatever shame you're holding, let it go, because you're beautiful. You're shining beams of sunshine in this rainy world.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Addie Gaddy.
So, Addie, what baggage are you carrying, and is it yours? There's been a sense of constant movement, of moving. I don't know if it's every 3 years you move, every 2 years you move, every 18 months, something like that. I'm seeing a string of residences and the inability to connect with people. I released this baggage at work. Okay. I released it, this baggage at work. Okay. Is Addie. Oh, and is my coworker my shadow because I feel her bad energies?
Yeah.
That was the one that Addie had posted in.
Yeah. And we discussed that whole business about the shadow. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm also wondering, Addie, is if this sense of constant movement or there's this feeling of always moving and not being able to put down strong roots. And so I'm curious as if this idea of not creating a sense of place or belonging for a long time has been a struggle for you. And if it has, is it yours? Partially, yes. You're not the one who picked you up and moved you. There have been some times that you've done that, but what do you do with it? What you do with it is you allow yourself to open and refresh and to see the light that the new environments bring. Because part of it is you're battle weary. It's just like it's been constant ongoing movement. Now it's the opportunity for you to, it's for you to go, huh, I'm here right now, and this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to focus on. It's awkward every time you do it. It's awkward. So I'm just getting the sense of write down, create a plan to help support you as you are dealing with this person at work, and the sense of always moving around. Create a plan to how it's going to help support you emotionally, not get too overwhelmed or too depleted by it, is what I should say, Addie. So that's what I have.
So Addie, I was asked to draw a card for you, and you saw me shuffling. No, it's not Little Miss Sunshine. It's No Rain Today. So remember, I was talking about this rainy world, no rain for you. And look at that beautiful face shining from the moon. Mm-hmm. Look at that beautiful, I don't know, angel dripping drops of, I don't know, feathers. I don't know what those are, from that dress with a shining headdress. So, sunshine, Addie. I'm not sensing okay. Your baggage is you don't want it. You don't want the baggage. So you don't take it with you. You don't bring anything with you. But in order for you to have sunshine, in order for you, because that's what you think you're going to get. You think that, oh, cool. You think that you're going to have, you think that by refusing the baggage, okay, by refusing the lessons, by refusing the leftovers, by refusing the regret or whatever, you think that's going to bring you, that's going to bring sunshine. All it does is prevent you from being grounded, and it prevents you from really feeling who you really are. They keep saying ground, ground, ground. Yeah, I'm not getting much more. It's an interesting card. Let's see.
Well, and you kept saying sun, and I actually pulled the sun. So I find that interesting.
Does this have to do with your dreams, perhaps, Addie? Do you have dreams that you don't want to stop until you've achieved them, or until you've made them come true? Is this? Do you have maybe some idea of goal that you have in your head that you're trying to achieve, and so nothing else matters, and you just leave it all behind and just keep going for that, and don't build anything other than what is aimed directly at your goal?
They don't remember their dreams.
No, I was thinking more of like,
aspirations.
Yeah.
Goal setting.
Yeah, goal setting. I was thinking more of that. But again, if you don't remember your dreams, that might be something you want to work on, because that can be really, dreams can be a really helpful way of communicating. Well, dreams are our subconscious's way of communicating with us. So not remembering your dreams is another way of not being grounded in a way. not being connected to yourself. So ask your guides when you fall asleep before you go to bed at night, before you fall asleep, ask your guides to help you remember your dreams. And when you wake up in the morning, you can even do this on your phone on a voice recording app, or on notes on your phone. You don't have to write, just words that will make you remember whatever it was you were dreaming about. It will trigger the memory of the dream. So, if you were dreaming, if there was a dog in your dream, just write dog. You don't have to put all the details in it, because the one word will trigger it. And then spend some time during the day, spend some time thinking about the images in that dream and what they might possibly mean, what they mean to you, and what they might be saying to you. So talk to the dog, or whatever character you can remember. Talk to the dog and say, what message do you have for me? What are you trying to tell me? What is it you want to tell Addie? And have those conversations with elements of your dreams. It's amazing what can happen to you when you do that. Write some stuff early in the morning. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I hope that helps. I think a key to your awareness is going to open up through your dreams. And the reason I say that is because as I was shuffling the cards, I pulled another one, and it's Sleeping Beauty's Dream.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's what made me start talking about dreams. So I really do think that your dreams are the key to your awareness of your baggage.
Wow.
I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Addie.
I'm glad you're here, Addie.
Yeah. Okay.
Doing a general?
Yeah. So
Addie said, I see now.
Oh, good. I could say a Yoda thing and say, see now, do now. I like Yoda. Okay. Ooh. I love this deck. So for the collective, I have the Red Garden. Remember that red is the color of life. It's the color of blood. It's and look at her beauty walking through that garden, utterly confident, gorgeous, with a bird on her shoulder. Ah!
It's Linda.
No, it's not. Linda's hair is not red. Look at the flower petals growing out of her head, and look, she is absolutely, she belongs in that garden. She freaking owns that turf. She strides through it in her space, in her own way, apologizing to nobody for being a flower, because she just is who she is in her garden. I don't know, what baggage is she carrying? I don't see anything. Well, the parrot. Who is, let me remind you that in this symbolism, that is a messenger from spirit. Okay, that's what birds are. They're messengers from spirit. So here she is, receiving her messages from spirit, absolutely connected and grounded to the world around her, and connected to the world of spirit as well. Wow. There you are, baggage handlers.
Baggage handlers. Well, and part of this is you know, what I'm getting for the collective is this idea is sometimes we're carrying baggage that we've forgotten why we're carrying it. We haven't looked at it. We haven't opened it up. I have two nines. Nines are, you're almost basically you're finishing things up, but you know, you're not going into that holding pattern. So this, the Nine of Pentacles, everything that you've worked for has been hard won. The Nine of Wands is you're battle weary and you're almost to the finish line. This is the last quarter mile of a marathon. And I think it's a really key thing for everybody to allow themselves to recognize that they've been carrying baggage. And now you can go, you know, now I have the Hierophant, which says, now what? Now what? You put it all down and you evaluate it and you go, do I need this? Do I need 13 of those, or do I just need one? So this idea of the Hierophant, it's about creating some structures to help you have your most spiritual life. We'll get religion out of it. It's about you getting the spirituality about it. If you're carrying too much stuff and you can't be spiritual because you're carrying all that stuff, go ahead and set it down. Take a couple of deep breaths, drink some water, and then start to look at it and go, is this still mine to pick up? Is this still serving me? Because if it's not, it's okay to release it with love and send it on its way. So there you go.
And then walk in your garden, connected to spirit and connected to the ground and the resources around you. She has everything she needs is either part of her or around her.
Yes, and when you release stuff, you put it in the recycling bin or you compost it. Therefore, it turns into something to make things much. It can still serve.
Yeah. Compost it, turn it back, give it back to Mother Earth,
Yep.
who can transmute it into love for everyone.
Absolutely.
I just want to let you guys know that just before the show started, I got a text from Diana Bowles, oil painter, oh, Janet, yeah, confident and grounded in your garden. Yes, absolutely. I want that for you. I want that for all of you. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So she sent me a link to Stefan Burns, who Stefan Burns, as in, you know, it's not spelled weird. It's Burns, who is the geophysicist who does regular shows on YouTube about happenings on the sun that will have big coronal ejection events and stuff like that. And apparently this morning we had a big, huge one around 7 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, a 9 coronal ejection event aimed directly at Earth that will hit us October 4th or 5th. So that's important information for all of us light workers, because the energies are going to affect us in different ways. Some of us will, you know, be unconscious and sleeping. Some of us will be bouncing off the walls. And some of us will have our regular connections to our guides and angels interrupted, and some of it you just won't be able to get them to shut up because they'll just be there all the time. Yes. It hits everybody differently, and coupled with the that's right, coupled with the energies from the eclipse that we had yesterday, it's very like, who knows what the hell's going to happen. Okay. However, I want to tell you that this is all part of the process of ascension for all of us. Yeah, an X9 flare. Thank you, Diane. That's exactly what it was, an X class 9 flare aimed bullseye for our planet. So tomorrow it'll depending on where you live on the planet, it'll start hitting us tomorrow and the day after, tomorrow and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just some information about your cosmic environment.
I think that's amazing. I love that.
I love you all. Thank you so much, Gerald. I love working with you. It's always so much fun.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us today. I love you all. And let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask you. What are you do? You're doing something with Richie tomorrow, aren't you?
Yes, Longman Tarot and I are doing readings focusing on the senses, because we've done Tarot the Stash Way, focusing on the 5 senses. So we're going to do readings using the senses as the focus for the readings. So,
I've seen a couple of those episodes. They're fascinating. You really have to watch it. They really are. I'll be back on Tuesday with Akashic Adventures. And I'll next Thursday, hold on for a second here while I find my, oh, here it is. Well, I find my brains. Next Thursday, the 10th, I'll be on with Pixie.
Nice.
That'll be fun. So yeah, no, I just pulled my prayer out to say the closing prayer at the same time as I had my brains. So thanks, Diane. I really, really appreciate that. I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of this group. The records are now closed. Thank you all so much. I love you. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love that. I love that.